intimacy is just sex.
Yeah, hey, look, check this out. If that's your definition of intimacy, don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. We want that. But then somebody else's definition of intimacy might just be you and your boo just like to cuddle up. Netflix and what they say?
Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill.
Well, look, I'll tell you what, y'all, I don't mind, because usually Netflix and chill lead to something else. Just keeping it 100 with you. Mo said, what's going on, man?
His definition is.
Yes. And 2001 said, are we on the Awakening? I mean, what is it?
They can hear us.
They can hear us.
Oh, they can hear us?
It's not live, though.
Oh, we're not live?
We got a minute 36.
Oh, we got a minute 30. Hey, y'all don't even know. This is the thing, y'all. I'm so glad that we do this thing live in studio. We've been in this thing right here, man. We've been going ham, me and Miss Boy and Thick. And y'all about to see the introduction. So this is one of those shows, too. So when I hope we capture all this stuff right here. You know, we blow all the way up.
Yep.
You'll be like, this is like our blooper reel right here.
Yep.
I'm glad, y'all, because I just want to,
So I got to make y'all laugh for a minute.
Uh-oh.
I got my co-worker that show.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah, that ain't a bad story.
Oh, okay.
Y'all frat brothers, right?
Yeah.
One of my heads in my school watches the podcast. Very good friends and frat brothers with this guy. So we get to work. His first day. This is his first year. We're talking. We're working the whole 9 yards, and he walks up to me and says, "Do you know somebody named Kenny Walker?" And I looked at him and I laughed. He said, "Yeah, why?" He said, "Okay, I thought that was you. I was trying to figure out why I knew the face for being a professional environment, so I didn't want to walk up to you and say, hey, Miss Boy, everybody at work knows my alien, you know what I'm saying, knows my brand name. And so it was hilarious.
You know, man, hey,
I told him we were going live.
I'm gonna say,
him and his wife watch the show.
Hey, check this out. In case you are checking in, I call you, man. So hell, I'm saying, who the hell is Mr. Williams? I don't know Mr. Williams.
I have to call him Mr.
I know you working. That's not working. So now when you said, we not. Hey y'all, so I was just seeing this thing. You said we real good friends. I said, pay you the pay. Like, ask you, was no lie. And you said, like, hell, I don't even know Mr. Williams. But since we got all walking around podcast, I was sitting there and said, yeah, we real good friends, but hell, I don't know. I said, is he from Thompson? Is he from Montgomery? Oh no, she talking about my road dog in the slack, man. Big dog, big coat with the barbecue pit, baby.
Yes, sir. Oh, we gotta get to the barbecue side of that too.
Oh yeah, coach, we need to bring you on, man. Talk about that barbecue night. Get ready to come on. Hey y'all, once we talk to coach about the barbecue now, I'm telling you, this is how he gonna talk. Hey, check this out, big dog. Hey man, we got the barbecue, man. We got slabs. We got 271. I don't know. He used to get drinks. You think he's drinking now? 271.
I don't know.
Hey, y'all, look, check this out. I don't know if y'all know DJ. Can somebody know DJ 271 YouTube page? What he got going on? I ain't tell my last time I turned on his page, I had a lady from the church.
I ain't never paid attention to you.
Hey, look, if you gonna open up DJ 271 page, don't have no church lady.
Instagram.
It don't matter. Just don't put 271 in that thing. Put Rashad Meadows there if you want to have a church lady with you.
Hold on, speaking of YouTube, we need to our YouTube page and subscribe and share that page. Walking with Walt podcast.
Hey, Belinda Foster, get that started for me, Belinda Foster. That's one of our biggest fans. She checks in every time. Belinda Foster, Tavia Montgomery, represent that 30-28-6 Red Clay Wolf down there at T-Time. Y'all come on through right here. Make sure the folks down in the country start subscribing and walking with the podcast on YouTube. Make sure they don't miss Boy Thick down and subscribe. Make sure, man, these folks share that thing. And also, you got to watch the show because my little brother, I've got a surprise tonight. I need y'all to ring that bell down there. We got surprises for everybody in this show.
You got surprises for me?
Man, we got no IV, my little brother. DJ 271, I think.
You got surprises for me or for him?
For them and you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Someone, I think you've been drawing for the 70-inch TV for my little brother.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Wait a minute.
You talking about Jersey, boy.
So y'all gotta understand something. When we not doing this, I don't get on social media. I gotta do better, but I just get tired of hearing everybody post every 5 seconds of their life.
Oh man,
To my soul.
hold on, Alvin Tucker. We need to get those folks down in Montgomery. We got Tucker down there. We coming to Montgomery. If we can get, I'm about to say, I don't know, y'all. He said to himself, why he finally put his shirt back on? So we're gonna say that we come to Montgomery.
That's a grown man, dog. He can do whatever the hell he so chooses.
Hey, I don't know what happened on the Tuesday.
I ain't taking my shirt off.
Boy, you take your shirt.
Not for free. No, I'm playing.
Hey, I know you don't want to buy no followers. Hey, you're not supposed to buy followers, but hey, one thing said that. That's a big old right now. Got the hell that subscribe button right. They subscribe.
I've been on one today.
I know. Why you acting so crazy? You've been drinking. Is that on a natural high?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I'm happy to be back.
Hey, I miss this crazy ass woman right here.
I'm happy to be back. I missed this.
I miss this too. Shannon Williams, are you out there, man? Y'all subscribe on YouTube. We need them to follow us on Instagram, and we also need you to go to the podcast page on Facebook. If you don't mind, please make sure you follow Miss Born Thick on Instagram.
And Miss Born Thick, BORNTHIK, no C.
Yes, sir. And follow her at Awaken the Genius. I know it's long, but I need you to just listen. MRAWAKENTHE.
Wait a minute, T or D?
THE. Oh, Tom got tired a little bit there. THERGENIUS. Also follow our creative director. Don't follow him at 271. If you have one on anything, don't go up there like that. Unless you want our fans who.
No.
Hold on now.
Follow him. We're going to
promote that right. Follow him at 271. Follow. Yeah, into now, if you want to just see the decent 271, go to Rashad Meadows. That Rashad Meadows. The children, walking them to school, they're going to be cooking. If you click on that at 271, y'all, I ain't going to tell no lie.
Just get ready for a party.
When you talk about intimacy, if your definition of intimacy is freaking.
Oh, well then you fit right in.
Boy, you need to go ahead and join the at 271. DJ 271, I'm sorry. Page, but I guarantee somebody let her just leak peek at their page and just you never pick that.
I would have told you.
What the other thing they used to have on 271, like back page or something like that? Black page?
Black Planet.
No, man.
No, back page, yeah.
Back page. Man, I'm out there with some dudes. We on vacation and dudes said, man, hey, y'all been on back page? I said, back page? I said, you mean, I said what you said. I said, Black Planet? He said, no, man, black page or back page or something like that. Man, that definition of intimacy was way out there, boy. So OnlyFans, like OnlyFans before OnlyFans, you find a little bit of everything on that thing. Yeah. But we finna go ahead and get started with this show right here, y'all. Let me see what we got on here right quick, man. We got to catch up, y'all. Mo said, what up, Mo? She said, what up, T? That's my nickname. For all y'all who don't know the boy, T-Dub. Yes, sir. We got Larry Terrell. What's up, though? Griffin, Georgia checking in. Well, look, y'all don't know that, but we got the grip up in the thing right here. Shouts out to Griffin, Georgia. Shouts out to Spalding Heights. Shouts out to all them folks over there, man, near the skating rink. Shouts out to my boy Ray Muhammad down there in Griffin, Georgia. Got them folks shook. My boy, big brother Ray Muhammad, got them boys shook in Griffin, Georgia. Y'all better not pull my boy over there. And then I'm thinking, man, Ray Muhammad got some surprises for y'all Thomas and folks too. I won't say nothing. Gonna keep that rabbit in the hat. But Linda Foster said, gotcha. My boy Alvin Tucker said, yo, brother. Alvin Tucker's crying laughing right there.
Which page is that when you on?
This is the live, my live right here. Y'all, you want me to close down?
No, let's check out who on the walk.
Okay, so on the Walking with Walk down here on Instagram. Who is FBO Rob? I don't know who that is.
Robbie.
Oh, that's Robbie? Okay.
Teen Talk.
Four-way, what? Crew. Hey, Teen Talk, thank y'all for checking in. 271, the Harley said they need the link.
Yeah, it says it's not working for them.
Hey, Harley, don't y'all come on. Hey, oh, yeah, y'all in the message. I was about to say, Trina Harley, don't come on here putting that on our page. But I just thought about it. You just sent that in the message. Trina Harley said some sweet stuff the other day for a change, y'all. Hey, look, check this out. We been Harley.
She got you this morning, or did you read it?
No, what she say?
She said, please believe she had some books being delivered to her today.
Just when I was getting ready to compliment Trina Harley, y'all. Bringing her on.
My sister coming in.
Been on the show more than anybody. Because I like her husband.
You know what? You like her too.
Hey, we got doggone Four-Way Quay said, what up, no, Mr. Walker? Great podcast. Can't wait to join soon. Hey, for all y'all who ever been out there with me, and I'm talking about my boy out there in them streets. My boy out there making them hot beats, out there in the studio doing this thing, man. Also, this is just a young brother, man, who changed his life around, man. Still putting it all together, but I love him to death. Four-Way Quay. Tell me, boy, y'all don't want to get caught in the four-way, though. Just saying that right there, man. Y'all be nervous now. You walk with walk, you gotta be nervous. But if you ain't walking with walk, you better not be talking that talk unless you can walk that walk. That's what the four-way is right there. My boy, hey, man, we ready to get started right now. We're about ready to get the parties on here. So, y'all, what we're talking about today is intimacy. But before we get started, since you shouted out, I have a new book, man, written by my girl, Miss Jacqueline James, man. This book is in memory of Reverend Dr. C.T. Vivian. Let me put this thing closer, man. Called Pearls of Vivian, right, y'all. Y'all don't know C.T. Vivian. Please make sure you look out. Here's the cover right here, man. Y'all see it, Jack's publication. My girl, Miss Jackie James. This dude right here, y'all. This is how he looked all the time. The brother has. I think he went swimming in the tuxedo.
You know what?
I'm serious, but I want to show y'all something. This is a surprise right here, y'all jokes out here. As I didn't told you in 271 about this.
You have.
I'm going to spoil it. Right, how did you take my surprise away from me?
I mean, I just took a guess.
Oh, just a guess. Let me just see, I got something here. You know, it's sad when you can't find surprise quickly. Y'all know, man, we've been going on 2 weeks. I hadn't heard the books that find the 271. Trina, hold on, hope you get ready. I got some stuff for you. I bought about 25 new books, Trina Harlow. So come in here talking that crazy stuff you want to tonight. We ready for you. Everybody 271 got us ready.
Yup. I'm listening. Go ahead. Keep talking. You doing a great
I'm
job.
excited. Alex Miss Born Thick is excited. She got getting ready to put some new hair color in, man. But we're gonna ask y'all before we get started, man. Y'all talk to me. What is intimacy? Some of our followers, man. Tell me what is intimacy to you guys? Is intimacy being romantic? Is intimacy going out on dates or whatnot? Dressing up? Is intimacy sex? Is intimacy being freaky? Y'all talk to us, man, before we get ready to bring our hearts on here. If they give us their definition. Taylor said, give your YouTube again. It's YouTube is just Walking with Walt podcast on YouTube. Taylor, thank you for asking that. One more again. 271 is any way you put that? Hey, all you guys are trying to find this thing right here. 271 is getting ready to put out there. This is the same on all of our platforms. Walking with Walt podcast on YouTube, at Walking with Walt podcast on Instagram, and Walking with Walt podcast on Facebook.
I started reading.
Before I did, started reading.
Boy,
show him your boy the new thing. Oh, before you hear that, y'all don't see it. Your boy, the rhythm motivator, he's showing some love to the bell right there, y'all. Oh, YouTube, y'all better see us over here, YouTube. Shouts out to Miss Jackie James for giving me the opportunity to show some love to Reverend Dr. C.T. Vivian. Y'all see me there, man. This is one of my favorite pictures right here. One of my favorite pictures. I think I gotta go back this way right here. Gotta show this, man. One of my favorite pictures of Doc. Y'all see it, man. Underneath that Let Us Make Man banner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. That Reverend Dr. C.T. Vivian was one of the first. Well, no, he was in our first Let Us Make Man. Reverend Dr. C.T. Vivian, y'all. He was the first speaker at Let Us Make Man because we didn't think, nobody, people don't know this. Let Us Make Man was supposed to be a one-time event.
Really?
It was never supposed to be something. We were supposed to do Let Us Make Man at Atlanta, said, and it was over. And it was just so much positive energy. I guess that goes to intimacy. It was so intimate. And we engaged the people at a level that I've never seen before. And I think that kind of created the kind of energy we got right here.
And they want more.
And the people wanted more. Alex, check this out. People don't know this. When we did our first Let Us Make Man, we were out in the parking lot, helping folks get out the cars. We were holding doors for women when they got ready to go in. So when the people saw us up there presenting, they're like, oh, did I just see you out there in the parking lot? And that's why we tell people like the Let Us Make Man movement is not just a presentation. It's a whole ideology.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And now we've been doing this, I think, like 15 years now.
Wow.
I was a young man then, handsome young man back then. I'm still a nice brother right now.
Here we go.
Y'all look pretty good, man. I mean,
And
hey, I just like you do so much. Oh, hey, y'all, that was not going to be this one. This is more thick.
Wall is sleep deprived right now.
Yes, you heard me. I was drinking that, y'all. I was driving home. I was like, I was DUI.
So I am Miss Born Thick.
And I am Mr. Born Thick. That's all I know, man.
I ain't get your boy.
Hey, y'all. Trina said no. Trina, you saying no about the book?
Now we trying to bring them Harleys on.
Hey, y'all, man, y'all working hard. Y'all pay the damn internet.
You know what?
I know Trina probably didn't shift that money on the last show. They were talking about how they moved money around. I guarantee you got them money around. Hold on. You gonna do like that? Let me talk to you. My brother's Facebook. What the hell is the other Facebook? That's the other Facebook over there?
Yeah.
But do I just go to?
I YouTube and Facebook.
Oh, YouTube. Hey, y'all, let me say this right here, man. Have y'all ever heard of the saying, sleeping with the enemy?
Oh,
I think I'm sleeping with the enemy right now. I know she's a harlot is the enemy.
They say keep your friends close and your enemies close.
I see it the opposite way. I say keep your enemy close and keep your friend close. That's why she's always sitting right here. See, I know what my enemy gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do. So that's why I gotta keep it close. Trina Harlot, come on in here, man. I tell you, the man, before I think this up with y'all $2 I'm going out there. They should have got back on in 5 minutes. Y'all be back on, y'all. I want to know what's intimacy to you?
You gotta stimulate me mentally.
Hold on, before you say that, 271, you don't have my feet in here with these bedroom shoes on. Dude. I want to make sure. Hey, brother, look at all good right here. This nigga go down with my bedroom shoes with this nice custom-made suit. You got flip on.
I ain't got no shame in my game.
You got your toes looking all cute.
They gotta be done, but I appreciate the time, man. Thanks, baby.
I'm more done that week.
Oh no, it's time. I need me link.
Me
I need me link.
Link, if you out there, how are you out there, walking like that. Many more things like Me Link, you should be outside tomorrow. I'll tell you what. Let me, how about my boy? Got my boy.
We don't need Earl.
No, I got my brother. We call him Puka.
No, I need Puka.
You don't need Puka. Puka, we got them toes. That nigga got a color girl up here. Puka, these toes done. We need to get these toes done. Me Wing, you about to lose it.
You get Puka when your feet look like you've been stepping on.
No, Puka is the one who does your toes.
I don't need him.
Puka like to kiss your toes. No, he give you.
Puka
give it all to you for about $15. Puka.
I don't know where his lips been. Good.
I tell you what, ladies, if you want to get your toes up, you want to get that fresh polish on, got a guy named Puka here. Puka come get your hook right on up, $15. He fill you in and do it all. So I think we're about ready. I want to know, Miss Born Thick, you saying those serious business. If somebody want to be intimate with you, did the brother walk in flexing like this right here, like Nino Brown on them? Hey, y'all, this I'm coming in right here. I'm trying to holler at Miss Born Thick, trying to be intimate for the night. Y'all, this is role play now. I don't want y'all to be like, did he just say?
Because everybody always think we together anyway.
Somebody saw us
you finna get somebody the wrong impression.
Man, who both saw us at the cigar bar? They saw us at grown folk. We were killing it now, y'all.
I got an inbox this morning after posting the flyer. Hey, this your new boo? I'm like, clearly, you not paying attention to what's going on.
This Miss Born Thick and the realest motivator. Let me just see before these Negroes start talking about. I ain't know y'all together.
Right.
We role playing right now. Let's see, man. Somebody, hey, there's my good, man, you don't see my brother right here. I told his daughter right here, my good Morris brother, man, right over here, man, Temple right on Cleveland, man, love this brother right here, my big brother right here, man, Heru, what's up, man, shouts out to you, brother. Anytime you want to get pulled on, man, let us know. Taylor said she got it. I'm glad y'all here tonight. That's my mom saying she's glad we're here. Mom, we glad to be back. Let me see who else we got on here. On my personal page, we got Fabo on here.
Oh,
Fabo said, Ling, Fabo. Hey, Melvin Mailman Cole down there in T-Town, Georgia. Demetrius Jackson, shouts out to you, boy. Tuck in this thing right here. OC Chapman, I will be in Tupelo, Mississippi this weekend, baby. Boy, look out for your boy, the realest motivator, Jeff Williams, OC Chapman.
Wait a minute, is that the young man who's going back and forth with when you forgot that I was born in Mississippi?
Yeah, that's him. OC Chapman got Miss Barnes Thick right here, man. Didn't know Miss Barnes Thick was out of the mother Mississippi, but she here. Melvin Mailman Cobra said, let's get it. Who else we got down here? Let me see what they got. Four-way Quay said, what it do again? Georgia boy Will, what's going on, baby boy? We got, I thought we had Walker Flocker right here, man. We got Locker Flocker.
You know what?
No, I'm trying to change the man's name. This on the this on the, what we got right here.
It's you in the shades for me right now.
I'm being intimate, y'all. This how you come at a grown woman. When you want to be intimate, you put your suit on, y'all.
See the eyes.
Oh, you gonna see the eyes. This how I'm busting in the door right here, y'all. I gotta be intimate. Who we got here one more time? This YouTube.
That's YouTube and Facebook.
YouTube. Let me just tell you, is this a grown man right here? I need y'all to let me know. I'm trying to be intimate tonight. I'm coming home just like this right here, y'all. I'm trying to make sure when I walk through that door, she just feel the doggone pressure coming off this. But it's a pressure cooker right here, Miss Boy Thick. And then when I walk in, I got them roses, Miss Boy Thick. I'm going to lay them roses down. See, I messed up in the past, y'all. I know how to do all this stuff now. I made what they call, I checked off the play at the line.
You got educated.
Oh, man. I'm like a quarterback. I know how to check that play off now. If I come in and seem like the flower not the way to go, I got something else out there in that car.
Especially when somebody giving you the playbook, you gotta pay attention.
Yeah, you gotta pay attention, fellas. I didn't pay attention. Let me just say this, fellas. Miss Boy Thick, I don't want them Negro, man. I'm like the cat from what they say, Missouri.
You gotta show me.
Show me the state, boy. Yeah, but damn it, I've been showing enough now, y'all. I'm telling all y'all fellas, if you ain't no bought no flowers, man, take it from me, man. I didn't know how to be romantic. Man, you gotta be romantic, guys.
You a thug.
Yeah, man. I thought showing up and show out. Y'all know, I thought if I showed up and showed out, Walker boy, baby, I thought I had done my stuff. No, man, that ain't working no more, man. That worked back in the 70s and the 80s, man. But now these ladies need more. These ladies are sophisticated. So what do I do? If I'm actually coming home, you, I take my shades off. We making eye contact. What do I do to make sure?
I'm different though.
Okay.
Because for me, conversation rule the nation.
Oh, look out now. That's kind of late. I won't right there.
See what I'm saying?
Conversation rule the nation.
Intimacy for me is, say I'm standing in the room, I'm doing whatever it is I'm doing, and you got all the space in the world to walk around, but you decide you want to brush past me.
Fellas, y'all better take,
it's that side stroke for me.
Yeah, you like
that's that attention getter. You gotta let them know. You gotta let me know you want to be in the room with me, because I'm damn sure gonna let you know I want to be in the room with you.
I see Steve coming off the screen right there.
I'm just saying. You gotta talk to me, teach me something.
271, what they said out there? Terry Ann Diggett.
It got dark in here.
Lord, have mercy. Yeah, the sun going down and Miss Boy Thick talking about what you gotta do to be intimate. Y'all boys better be taking some notes down on this thing right here.
It's the talk for me. You gotta know what you're talking about. You gotta be able to school me on some things, whether we talking business,
yes,
whether we making plans for something else. I ain't with that whining and dining buckhead crazy.
So check this out. Mr. Green right here, Mr. Green 357, my former student from the North Clay Cove. Mr. Green, he says intimacy from my perspective is meeting. Then he said, I think it's meeting TH, he cut it out right there. He said mental, physical, and psychological. Oh, meeting the mental, physical, and psychological needs of your partner.
It's levels to it.
Hey man, when they say it's level to it, Mr. Green,
he broke it down.
Bro, they say it's level to it. Let me just tell you right here, man. You on the level right now, Doc. I mean, you on every degree. You hit the first degree, the second degree, and the third degree.
But it's a fourth degree.
Oh, look out now. So now this thing right here gets
intimacy
deep.
can be spiritual. You ain't got to be religious, but people are spiritual.
Hey man, somebody come on this thing right here, man, while we waiting on them harleys, man. Can you be intimate in a spiritual way? Because I know I have been intimate before, and it just seemed like we went somewhere that, like you said, that surpassed anything that I thought you could go. And it's not physical, because physical is something that I think a lot of us have been physical like since we were 12 or 13. Not that there's something to brag about, because I hate that I hate that I got physical so early. But I would say this right here. It was probably the worst decision of my life, because everything up to that point you just love being on the phone. Y'all know the folks who grew up, man, like the 70s and 80s, baby, man.
Before cell phones and social
Before
media.
cell phone and
That's
social
what it is.
media, you had your one way, and then your mama mess around this one thing and got the
Bigger
two-way
than home.
service, and you could answer that thing, and you know, you could just be on the phone with your significant other all night long, and she'll say, "Are you asleep?" You said, "No, I ain't asleep. You sleep?"
Both of y'all on the phone.
Both of y'all on the phone
Like-
just snoring, baby. To me, I think that was a form of
But that
intimacy.
it was because you didn't want to let the other person go.
Yeah.
Nobody does that anymore.
What about the love letter? Did y'all write love letters when you went in school? Or was that over?
I still write a love letter.
Oh, for real? Do you fold it up like we used to do back in the day?
Yeah. It depends on the vibe, where we are.
Okay.
Like if it's a situation where, hypothetically speaking, let's say a friend will come over.
Yeah.
Whoever it is I'm dating or talking to in that moment, you come over and I feel like I want to leave something for you to help get you through your day.
Hold on, y'all. I gotta put this shade
Then
back
I'm
up.
gonna write you a little note.
What
I'm
you
gonna stick it in your bag because
Got
I don't.
to, right.
It's the element of surprise for me. You gotta make him. It gotta be something where he going through his bag and he be like, "Well, what's this?" And then you pull it out and you read it, and instantly you want to call that person.
I got to fan myself.
You know what? Nah, that's because you got a
I
jail.
got this cigar. I got this cigar magazine. I'm about to tell you.
But now you gotta answer the question: what does intimacy look like for you?
Wow. I think number one, as a alpha male, a part of intimacy for me is being supportive.
Very.
So I think you got to nurture, and I wouldn't even call it my ego because I'm not a person with an ego, but I am extremely confident.
Yeah.
So yeah, so when I come out on the scene, I want to know that if I'm pushing, like right now, you know I'm pushing several things. You see me working on behind the scene right now. And I even made a post the other day on my Facebook where I said I'm pushing a $10,000 course. I took that part off. I said, you know what? I heard my coach, Marquell, saying in the background, like, bro, you don't give them that much. You know, you give them too much. And, you know, like one of those things that I remember somebody saying that, you know, like you don't ever want to give up too much on the first date. That's my girl, Katie Davis, man. Shouts out to Young Money, the real rock star, Katie Davis. We good. So check this out, man. So I'll tell you another thing. Like, so I want you to nurture my confidence. If I don't have anybody else who's going to be on these lives or be on our podcast, I need to see that significant other supporting that. When I show up at an event, I don't care if it's only 5 people there, you know, when I'm coming to do my thing. I want her there. And I want her to be a little bit kind of territorial. I want her to be a little crazy. I like, for me,
game I like to play.
Yeah. I like my, but let me just say this, boy. I don't want no girl who's too good. I want you every now and then to act the fool. I have to just grab your goddamn wrist or something and say, hey, hold up now.
You like feisty.
Yeah, I want a little feisty now. So to be intimate with me, so when we get back and we have to kind of apologize and make up and all that stuff. Now, I don't want crazy. Now, y'all women out of Thomaston, them girls down in Thomaston knock you, they knock you one out the car. Okay, I know some folks down in Thomaston that had their tire flat. I got some folks that I know that had a whole set put on, Miss Boy. So I don't want crazy, but I do want a little feisty, Miss Boy. And lastly, what I want more than anything, if you're going to be intimate with me, I want you to talk big and talk well about my family. Yeah, man, that turned me on, man. I know that sounds to some people. I need you to talk big and talk well about my family. And when I say the family, I want you to give a major shout out to my dad, man, the Most High. I want to make sure that you give shouts out to the Most High, even though you might hear us on here acting a fool. But I'm telling you, man, every day when I wake up, I'm showing gratitude to the Most High. I'm making sure in class I tell my students that, hey, I'm embarrassed that I embarrassed my dad this morning. And I'm not talking about my father who transitioned. Shouts out to Solomon Walker, rest in peace, my dad. I'm talking about the Most High, man. So those things right there, you know, are like a part of it. Now, my intimacy early on, it was all about just getting to it. Now I think I'm just in a different state. It was just getting to it. I ain't gonna lie.
Gotta appreciate your honesty.
Yeah.
We ready for them Harleys?
I think we got them Harleys in here, man. I ain't even bring my books on either, man. What the hell I put off my book? Don't worry about it, because you told me today to make sure I have my book. So I didn't know Trina gonna come. I didn't even see her comment.
You had to look in the group chat.
I think we on, y'all.
She hit that one early this morning.
Hey, y'all, if y'all follow us regular, y'all know me and Miss Trina Harley. We go back and forth about these books, man. And
they started pulling books out the trunk of cars. They pull bags out. Y'all
had to
stuff when we ain't on camera.
Hold on, hey, Miss Ezel said he definitely has to do the side swipe. It's the words of affirmation for me. I like that affirmation. I love that right there.
And they come
Oh,
on
these
with
Negroes
cigars
don't come
in
on
their
our
mouth.
show with cigars. No.
What we doing?
These Negroes say, boy, excuse me, Lord. I just talked about the Most High, but excuse me, Lord, y'all ain't shit. I gotta say,
He understands. He understands. He understands.
you got some cigars in your
So listen, you guys, for you all who are on the Walking with Walk podcast Instagram page, we would love for you guys to actually transition over to our YouTube and our Facebook page so that you can see our guests live on the other page.
Go ahead.
We finna cut up. You gotta understand.
I got wrong bag,
competition between Walk and Miss Katrina Harley.
Now we done made a cigar competition. Now we're gonna break the Andalusian bull out. But now I gotta break the Andalusian
tonight because I've been
bring the bull out. Bring the bull out.
Hey, I gotta bring the bull out.
So that mean, wait a minute. So that mean the next time the players meet, we gotta meet at the cigar bar.
No, we gonna meet that day. That cigar bar.
That's cool too.
That cigar bar. Harley took us to a cigar bar, y'all. I got a ginger ale and one cigar cost $72.
And that little drink I had with 23.
Yeah.
The drink with 2 ounces.
She had a drink. Hey, Harley. She had a drink.
They had to pay rent that night.
Yeah, dog. Hey, the only way we made it on the hump, Trina, your daughter was there. She slid me a hot 20.
Well, y'all come to the view. We're going to the library.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
We'll go to the library.
I love it, man.
So for those of you just now tuning in, we are closing out the relationship series that we started earlier this summer prior to some things that happened that kind of changed the dynamic a little bit. But we are back with We Beat 'em Harleys, Mr. and Mrs. Marcus and Katrina Harley, our favorite relationship. Tonight is the night that we finish with intimacy. It's levels to this, and we need y'all to understand that it ain't just sex. It ain't just being half naked and all this other, whatever you choose to be. Intimacy is on so many different levels, and it's okay if that's it for you. But tonight we're gonna break it down just a little bit more with them Harleys.
Hey, them Harleys, man. Hey, Harley, I see you pointing at your shirt. It's a ring. It doesn't say it's a ring thing.
It's a ring thing, baby. So when you talk about intimacy to me, it is a ring thing.
Now,
I had to put a ring on it.
Harley, you know that. Harley, you know me. I'm gonna always go a little farther. I'm a habitual line crosser now, so get ready for this. I don't know you and Trina. Y'all talking about the ring, like the ring in the bedroom.
Oh no!
Well,
I'll do it. I'll do it.
That's my sister-in-law right there. Hey, that's my brother. That's my sister-in-law. Y'all know,
sir.
Man. Me and Alex just love y'all.
The ring don't have no beginning or end, but it does have one entry point.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Should we take that the wrong way?
No, I want him to elaborate.
Yes, sir.
Trina, write that down, Trina, because you know you're gonna forget
it. He ain't gonna remember nothing you just said. Let me write that down right now. I got
my sister said she loved that. Oh, that's my coworker, Annette Smith said, Keaton Walker, the realest motivator, Mr. Motivator, awaken the genius. We awaken the genius, Annette Smith.
Sir.
This is our favorite couple right here. I don't look, wherever we go, y'all, can we take y'all on the road with us so when people start asking about relationship, I can tell them right up the top, I can't tell you a goddamn thing about no relationship. I can tell you how to mess one up. I can tell you that much.
I'm not taking a stance. Sorry, that's just not what we're doing.
I am.
Look, I'm ready to travel. As long as it ain't to Florida.
We ain't going
to Florida.
Not right now.
Not right now.
Down in Florida, they just gave up on the mask and everything down there.
The mask.
They buck wild down there.
I'm scared.
I think intimacy in Florida is trying to get COVID-19.
I'm good.
If you're in Florida, man, what's the Trina? What's the governor name down there?
DeSantis.
Man, they need that mother sucker.
The devil.
They need to call that thing. His name need to be the Satan, not the Satan. He need to be the Satan, y'all.
Satan.
If you in Florida, man, and you ain't registered to vote down
there. Hey, God bless y'all down in Florida.
Oh man. Hey y'all.
Georgia right behind
you walk out the house and catch COVID.
I'm telling you, man. Hey Harley, I don't know, 271 just disconnected somehow. Y'all might not be on here with us. Oh, there y'all go. Hey, Harley, let me say, man, you and Trina are just so fun. Me and Miss Boy and Thick, we just really appreciate y'all. 271 trying to bring y'all closer to us on the screen. I don't know, you got some new technology you working with right now, y'all. Oh, 271 always has some new cards and stuff.
He does.
271, what's intimacy to you, man? You seem like kind of do to tie your woman up or something. Like, what's intimacy to you, 271?
Oh, do you get tired of it?
Or do you? Oh, I ain't never thought about that. Harley, did you hear what Allie just asked 271?
Can be reversed.
Oh, no, Harley, like you got a hand up in there, like you about to pound
They
somebody.
froze. They froze.
I thought you get ready to pound somebody. Could you freeze up like that, 271? I gotta find this cigar. I'm gonna leave my cigar one time while we're in this thing.
Do your thing. I ain't get a chance to make it home, so I ain't got none of them.
271, do you have any in your car?
Hold on, y'all. They froze.
Oh, I like that. That's good. 271. I go to the car.
But you're still live on the other pages.
Oh, hey, hey, y'all! I forgot 271 doing something on our show. We are live on this page right here. That's the beauty of having these. Damn, we gotta let 271
Yeah, we gotta
all these
connect all
right
this
here.
stuff
I'm
together.
glad I didn't go start talking some real stuff. Ooh, y'all. Hey, y'all, please. That's why they say, man, the mic is hot.
The person of you. That's why me and my M&Ms, we sticking together. I ain't had a pack of M&Ms about 3 months.
Lord, I was getting ready to say some real nasty stuff off the line, and damn, 271.
We all grown hell.
Yeah, go ahead. 271 came back quick.
But he gonna incriminate himself. Y'all, the views of Mr. Walker are not the views that of this Walker Will Walk podcast. You quiet over there, Payne. Y'all bear with us. We're trying to get the Harleys back on. Not sure what happened with their signal. They coming back in?
I'm back at it.
Oh, you done grabbed the whole bag out the car.
Yes, I'm back at it.
Oh, y'all, you pulling out the ashtray.
Oh, I gotta pull it out. Hardly know I'm pulling it out.
Let me give me the ashtray. You
Oh,
get the other stuff.
Oh, we back live 271.
I think we still live on that page, aren't we?
On 271. The Harley just ain't live.
Hey.
That man a real artist. That man be so locked in. Hey, y'all, check this out. While we made no Marcus Harley, y'all folks on these pages, y'all know about that Andalusian bull. If you don't know about the Andalusian bull, this is what I'm getting ready to smoke on when Marcus Harley comes back. Show the ashtray, Miss Bowen thing.
That good old Padermo.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's cute.
I'll show that one more time to Marcus Harley. Trina, you like the colors? Trina, let Big Harley see that right there.
Oh, that's cute.
I think let Harley see the colors on that thing.
Just right here. That right there.
I didn't have some ash in them Padermo ashtrays before.
Oh, you sure have, you, Marcus?
Yeah. Look, but y'all ain't got that. Y'all ain't got that 1970s hard glass.
Oh yeah.
This was my dad.
That's the one on your auntie living room table right there.
Listen, look, this was not only an ashtray. This was a weapon. This was a centerpiece.
Boy, somebody raised you right. Hey, that thing right there, Harley. That thing right there held some paper down for you. If you need to hold some paper down. I'm gonna fire this up. Go ahead, Miss Bowen.
While he firing that up, I want to jump back right into it with you guys. What is intimacy to you?
I'll let you go. Since you'll probably say something prolific that I'm gonna have to write down.
Look, y'all not gonna do this to me.
There you go. There you go. Forget it. This is about to sound real good, bro.
No, because 271, that's my boy. He recording everything.
Yeah.
So, y'all ain't gotta treat me. Y'all ain't gotta disinfect me like this here.
All you gotta do is go back to the YouTube page.
Yeah, just go back to the YouTube.
Yes.
All right, so
Harley, before you say that, how you said 271 recorded, I think I'm starting taking 271 on dates with me. So he can just cut it down for Harley. So they say, what's intimacy to you? I said 271, cut it down to about 30 seconds for me. Go ahead, Harley.
You know what? I'm gonna give a 30-second version.
Okay.
Intimacy is vulnerability. It's being able to get behind the walls into that unsafe place and making it safe. That's what intimacy is to me.
Ooh, Trina, that boy bad, boy. But I tell you what, if Trina was married to you, I had married you off myself, but I had you on the selling block. But I tell you, hey, Harley, I got a love letter I need to write down. I need you to talk about vulnerability right quick.
I need you to help him with
Yeah.
that letter.
All I need that.
Uh-huh.
You know, Music Soldier had that song, Teach Me How to Love.
Mhm.
Harley must start loving when he was like 3 years old or something. That boy, you sound like...
Y'all look at The Shy. Y'all don't look at The Shy. Well, I'm sure some of the listeners look at The Shy. This Papa when he grow up.
Oh, so we got watching it. Do y'all watch Snowfall?
Yes, sir.
Who would he be on Snowfall, y'all? Who would he be on Snowfall?
I don't know. Everybody on Snowfall is so violent. Like,
except for his dad. You know, his dad ain't violent though. I think
his dad chose violence young in life.
Yeah. Because the music part of the Panther movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, you know what? The uncle is romantic.
Talking about the one who married to the old girl who be working with them.
Yeah.
He is.
I don't ride with that. I ride with
the uncle.
And I had that same Jerry curl for about 3 weeks.
Hey, I think we went off over here, man. Hey, Harley, man, y'all go ahead, though, Trina. Y'all go ahead, man. Y'all are just too awesome for me. Trina, talk about us, man. Tell us what you think when you think about intimacy.
Well, let me see. When I think about intimacy for what it means specifically to me and not in relationship to us, is I just really think about just being able to be in relationship with someone and be free, and being free to love yourself, and then that love extend to them. Because I think that first of all, you have to have an intimate relationship first with yourself, and a lot of people don't necessarily realize that before you can then extend that to someone else. So I think that intimacy is something that you have to grow to. That it's not something that just automatically happens, but you have to grow to it.
So, Trina, if I can follow up that, are you saying intimacy then is a process?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, I think a lot of people, Trina, in our youth, and that's what I was saying, Ms. Bowen, think
you can just turn on some slow music and
yeah.
Chemistry is not synonymous with intimacy.
Yes. What a song like some Luther Vandross, a little.
I know what you're talking about.
Then you can talk about blaming it on alcohol.
Well, back in my day, you know, it was ready for the world tonight.
Oh, now you talking some good stuff there now. What about that tender love?
Tender love.
Tender love.
You see, I wasn't in the R&B then, so I have to go back a little further, and I have to go to like Teddy Pendergrass and LTD.
I knew you about to say Teddy Pendergrass, boy. How hard did you turn off them lights, Harley?
Yes, sir.
Turn them off.
Oh, that's right.
Turn them off.
They got arrested with that thing.
And light a candle. Hey, man, I just love y'all answers, Alex. So when we think about intimacy, is it any way, man, we can see like what the folks are saying out here on Harley? Y'all don't mind? I want to see what the folks out here saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
On our
Family show.
We got somebody.
Family show.
Okay, we got somebody says, all right, this person.
I don't know if this will need to be a family show.
This needs to be a part of the school curriculum right here because intimacy and the value system has gone out the window. Thank you, Brother Green. Somebody said Oregon on mandatory mask. And then we got like somebody else just showing the love with the red, black, and green and whatnot.
Ashe.
Yes, we just got. I think intimacy is this, man. Wearing your red, black, and green stripes and rocking and repping for your queen like Harley is doing right there for Trina. And let me say this right here, y'all. Don't think we out here putting on any show. This to me is a part of having an intimate relationship, even between friends, because we know this is genuine.
It is.
Yeah, this is like a conversation to me because it's a hard conversation just to have with anybody. We got it lighthearted enough where people feel comfortable. And I want y'all to join in and share some comments about what intimacy is because we family right here. And I want y'all to see what Marcus and Trina is saying, but we also want to make sure that you guys, Marcus, if I can steal a bit from you, you guys don't mind being vulnerable right here because it's a family right here, y'all. Yeah. Be vulnerable. If you don't know how to be intimate, ask Marcus or Trina a question if you want to. Ask Ms. Bowen Thick a question.
The question just popped up.
All right. Somebody said, good stuff here, Walt. It says relationship takes growth on all levels, mentally, physically, and spiritually. That's bro, Georgia boy Will. DJ Rockwell said good stuff. What's up, big bro? DJ Rockwell. He said good stuff here, Walt. Big bro, if you will, man, tell us what is intimacy on your level. I know you're a DJ. You're a member of the Fruit of Islam. You're also like a certified, bona fide Muslim who I love, man. Like I love oxygen. If you could, man, share something about intimacy from your level, big bro.
And then also, my question is,
That's it.
what does it look like for you in those moments where you feel like you've lost that intimacy?
Ooh, that's a tough one, there.
That's a great one.
I got an answer
too.
You got an answer.
I got an answer too.
He got a smile on his face too. Come on, give us that answer.
Well, the reason that I have an answer for it is because I'm gonna speak from experience, and I'm gonna be vulnerable. So I'm gonna share my story. I come from a family.
Don't knock that plug out there because my computer is about dead. So if you knock the computer plug out there, we're not gonna be able to.
This is part of who we are.
So, I love it. Hey, in the middle of you being vulnerable, huh? I was so ready when you just started talking, and then boy, I tell you, Trina Harder, she find a way, boy. She will
all the time. But what I said was,
hey, hold on, DJ 271 said, what about that song "Stand By Me"? Love is in the air.
Yeah.
From the 70s.
Yeah. See, he a DJ, so he cheating a little bit.
Hey, that's my kind of DJ though, right there, man. DJ 271, that boy, hey, like you said, Harley, he cheating, but he cheating in a good way. That boy right there, somebody raised him right.
Hey, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Oh, I love it, dog. Hey, Carol Drain, come on in here, girl. Tell us about intimacy after Marcus Harley dropped this down. Harley, check this out real quick. We got one of the most dynamic educators from Decatur. He's out here, man, has his middle school. This brother right here, I think it's called Marble, and I know it is a public school. You heard of Marble?
It's over at Panola.
Yes, he's in
County. Is he at Salem?
Huh?
Is he at Salem? He over
Marble. It's called Marble.
Middle.
Yeah.
He got the middle school or the elementary.
I think he has hey, check us out. Andre, let us know. I think he has middle school because he says his daughter, I think, is in 8th grade at another school. So, brother Monson, let us know. And I've been working with the brother. I was at his book signing on last Sunday. I met him at Next Level Speaking Academy. And Harley, I was telling him about brothers like you who are in our network because he has a magazine coming out called it's called Deaf Education, where he's going to be taking articles and getting stories from brothers who can speak the language of what we go through in education. And I know Harley, he definitely got to have. Oh, he's at elementary, Harley. I'm sorry, he says elementary. So shouts out to my boy Andre Benito Mountain for joining us tonight, man. He said this is a great conversation we're having. Y'all be on the lookout, man, for the work that this brother is doing. So Harley, I'm sorry, man. Go ahead. I just had to capture those comments.
That's good stuff. First of all, peace, King, and salute to you for being the foundation of our educational system in the elementary school. I'm in the middle, so I bring up the middle section of the train. But in terms of my family history, I come from a family of runners, meaning when you don't like what you see, you really don't invest too much in it. You get out. You get out. So one of the things that I had to determine for myself was how was I going to change course, and that wasn't an easy process for me because it made me stay in places that pretty much damn near scared the fuck out of me. Wow. So it comes to commitment, and really, really putting yourself in a position that says, if this person hurts me, I'm gonna feel it. I'm gonna know it's happening, and I'm gonna have to deal with it. But knowing that I'm gonna do two things, I'm gonna stay in it and fight for it. That's one. But the second thing is I'm going to do the things that I know will make this work. I'm not going to be a self-saboteur in this situation. You know, for all my plain folks out there, I ain't gonna be the one to fuck this up.
So, Harley, how do you avoid doing that when you sit next to a Negro who just would make goddamn Jesus himself come down on the cross? I know Job has some patience, Harley. But this is why I know, bro, you're not gonna be a self-saboteur. Because you are sitting next to, if there ever was a lion's den right here in Douglasville, you are in the lion's den. Yeah, so brother, I just want to commend you for being one of the most intimate brothers and just having patience of Job and all that.
Y'all ain't gonna just sit up here and talk about me like that, though. Like y'all about to make my atmosphere raise up under me.
And that's what he talking about. That's exactly what he talking about.
What we ain't gonna do.
It's probably one of the best ones. She gonna tell you about yourself, but in this sense, she gonna love on you at the same time.
Right, she do me the same way.
That's the best den to be in.
As a brother, Trina, that's the one thing, Alice, I agree with you. You know Trina and I talk crap, man, but Trina, one thing I want to say thank you to you publicly because they don't even know the kind of conversation we have like in our messenger about stuff going on in the community that I know my sister can't talk about, you know, like out here in these streets like I can. She know I don't give a damn. I jump out here in these streets, I'll be wide open. She'll hit me up, Harley. Hey, sister, hit me up, Harley, say, boy, hey, you know I can't jump out there in the street like that right there. And
but
then,
since we in the group.
yeah, but hey, and I love y'all, man, as a couple. Y'all are my brother and sister, man. We have so many deep conversations. I hope that we can get together, y'all, and have something where we bring couples together, man. And even people who are trying to decide if they want to do this.
Trip to the mountains or something. That's what we need to. We need to establish that and do like a podcast from the mountains. That'll be so much fun.
Hey, yeah. my brother.
I ain't going to nothing like that though. I'm not doing that.
My brother, they got this cabin where it was like 6 or 8 bedroom and had a pool on the inside of the cabin and the whole 9 yards. They had like video games. Yeah, I think we should try to put that together, right? Not try to put it together. We should put that together.
Because it's important to bring family and community back together. That's huge. And you know, and like he was saying, like, you know, I know we talk trash all the time. I mean, that's just what we do. But you know, we've said earlier in the podcast, like, this is my friend. You know, this is my friend. And so sometimes I have to kind of switch roles. Like just this past weekend, we were having a conversation about a decision that he needs to make. So I said, well, I'm gonna talk to you first as your friend. Mm-hmm. I was like, you know, I said, as your friend and as a leader, you know, these are the things that need to happen. You know, you can't walk in this way and then not have these things to happen, because if you're somebody's friend, then you have to give them the hard, honest truth.
Yeah.
Whether it's, you know, because it's not about what they want to hear, because they know that he knows that as his friend, that what I'm saying to him is supportive of him. It has his back. It holds him down. And that is, and that even though he may not necessarily want to hear it, that it's coming from a place of love and not harm.
And love is always nice and pacifying.
No.
Sometimes love got to set a fire under your ass. Like what Neil Long saying, Boomerang, love should have brought your ass home last night.
That wasn't Neil Long.
Who was that? They look like me.
Hey, you know what? Lord,
you just messed that up.
Made you keep that damn Monclo. That man had said the name. You should act like that the right person.
I'm not gonna act like that.
But you know what?
I ain't gonna have him out here in these streets looking crazy. Everybody else laughing to my.
Your brother was wrong, but I was gonna ride with it, dog.
Everybody else laughing to my.
You my friend.
Yes, sir.
This nigga right here, this is my wife. That was my wife right there.
But as his wife, you know, in the context of that same conversation, as his wife, I was like, now really, because it would what the thing that he needs to make a decision on would of course cause him to, you know, have to spend a little bit more time outside of the home, you know. So I said,
was he in jail?
No,
he wasn't in no jail. No, I'm saying a decision. It's a decision.
When you say time, Negro from my hometown, you say.
Okay. Well, let me preface time. I mean, like physically, like not being in the house because he's taking care of other communal needs.
I'm sorry, I'm just a little ignorant.
Did I say that right? Like, so as his wife, I was like, hell no, I don't want you to do it. You know, and that was in the same, that was in the same context of the same conversation, you know. So it's like, but you know, he does allow himself to be vulnerable with me and be with him. Cause like people look at me all the time and they like, oh, but you're so strong, you know, and I don't really like that whole strong Black woman thing, because sometimes when we see Black women in context of being strong, it loses our humanity and it doesn't allow us space to be vulnerable. And, you know, and I think that intimacy within the context of our community has been lost in that way because, you know, folks see an exterior and it's like, it's hard to drop that exterior. Like I have been divorced for 8 years. So coming into relationship with him in the first place was difficult. So that's why I say intimacy is something that has to happen over time. Cause it's like, I don't even know if we're gonna even really be together like that.
It was a lot of times early on,
you know,
it was like, man, is this
worth
it?
You know, is it, you know, cause it took work, you know? So that's the thing too. It's like, we had to become intimate with each other to say, you know what, we in this.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah.
Ride with me on this.
You were gonna ask it anyway, so I don't even know why you asked. Can I ask y'all a question? Because you
look, we walking with walk. So
yeah, I mean, you was gonna ask the question, so it is ask the question. Go ahead, but go ahead, though, bro.
You see how your husband just said we walking with walk, and then you know she just
I caught all
this
that.
is what you call balance right here, right?
Yeah.
This balance right here. When did y'all know, sis and bro? When did y'all know? Like, and my sister said, by the way, y'all give her hope. I'm about to come over here to you guys on Instagram. Man, that's some dope comments over here about some brothers, man. Brothers are talking some good stuff. Y'all will bring out the best. My sister just said, y'all give her hope. That's her comment. Y'all give everybody hope. This is my question. I want to ask, when did y'all know like it was worth fighting for? Like, you know, sometimes you get in that thing, and as soon as you hit that wall, you feel like, hey, that's it, dog. Don't be like, hold on, you know that song? I heard you say something earlier. What that song? She's a runner. She's a track star.
Yeah.
That kind of like what you were saying in a nutshell.
I'm gonna answer it. I'm gonna answer it, but I'm gonna answer it with a question. Then I'm gonna give an explanation. Who determines the value of $1?
The person in possession of the dollar.
Right. Or the culture, the system that is built around that. Right.
Yeah, like this system of capitalism that we have, we could take that dollar and make that thing only worth 25 cents, depending on who's in control of the system or whatnot. Go ahead, Harley.
So the reason I started with that question is you determine the value of your relationship. So, you know, when you talk about when do you know if it's worth it, you have to determine that before you get to the point. Because if you do it that way, then the value that's added over time makes it worthwhile. Because one of the things that we've discussed this morning is that we're still evolving individually.
And hey, Harley, do you guys, Trina, are you constantly evolving as individuals, although you are still growing and evolving as a couple?
Absolutely, because circumstance dictates it. You know, whether professionally, personally, you know, when you're in the community, you're behind the veil on a lot of things that the general public that they don't get to see. So all of that impacts you in a certain way. And we process things differently. We were having a discussion this morning about
air.
She's air, I'm fire. So I don't know what that meant, but I said it. She said it.
I'm a Libra. He's a Sagittarius.
I don't know what that means except for, you know, the little zodiac sign medallion that you wear. But, you know.
Harley, that's a great answer. Roll with it, Harley. Don't even try to figure it out. Don't try to figure it out.
I don't.
When you said it, I know it right because my kids know every goddamn thing.
So, you know, right. But going back to the original premise is that we determined early on that we wanted to do something different. Both
And
of
what
us.
we seen.
You know, and it was more than not getting divorced. You know, for me, this is my third. My first wife, I did divorce. My second wife, she passed. But it was for this. I didn't want to run from what the possibility could be. One for my own happiness, and two, because we're blended, there were 3 other lives that were going to be impacted by any decisions that we make as a couple.
After the break, I want to talk. I don't know. DJ 271. We should be up on a break coming up with a second. My boy Prentice Cersei just said,
I try, bro. I try.
Hey, dog, hey, man, I'm telling you, bro. I want to have a break because I want to talk about those beautiful kids that you guys have and how y'all have.
Sometimes, I mean, let's just be honest. Shit,
the man got to go to break.
Oh no! I'm waiting. I'm trying to see if our creative director going to break. Have you seen him?
Nah, he took a break.
Oh, okay, so we roll.
Okay, so we roll.
Okay.
So, Jake, I think DJ 271. Can I read something harder? You guys are bringing out the best in a lot of brothers. I've never seen brothers saying this stuff.
We do exist, ladies. We do exist, and we ain't at church.
Hey, Alex just said, men, say it again.
Men are not expected to be vulnerable.
So can we
It's
come
like
together
it's so
and see?
taboo for a man to be vulnerable. Y'all,
We were talking
emotions that a woman has.
So look, I want to make sure you guys know this is not you guys being intimate over here. Don't think this getting you any closer to Miss Born Thick, but I'm about to read what you said. These boys are talking some good stuff, Harley. I'm about to copy all of these comments.
Set me up here.
I'm about to get these comments. Right here, my boy Georgia boy said a lot of people think intimacy is about sex. DJ 271 says intimacy is being safe to be fully transparent in thought and emotion without fear of judgment. Man, these folks saying something.
Yes, sir.
He said intimacy is also an unspoken knowing of your partner's wants and needs. Dang,
That's dope.
I'm telling you, we out here. We
out
black
here.
Black men that love black women are not
a
unicorn.
Yeah,
we're not.
So Kimberly Walker said good stuff over there on our YouTube channel, Facebook. Somebody else right here. I am big for numbers, says Mr. Walker. This is Kendrick Goodman. Kendrick, I think your little brother's in my class, man. Thank you for joining us on the podcast right here. There's just a lot of good stuff going on. I saw some other stuff popping up on DJ 271 thing, y'all. I can't read all of his stuff. But we hoping if anybody know DJ 271, let him know that the show is still going on. We are live.
Our producer walked out, y'all.
Hey, I don't know he quit on us. So I don't know. We're going to talk about intimacy if he went home because he just want to make sure he's taking some stuff y'all are saying right now. But he left his equipment. Right? I've been wanting one of these new MacBook Pros.
Yeah.
Hey, but I want to say this right here. Thank you, DJ Rockwell, Georgia boy, Will. I want more brothers to jump in here, man. Like Harley said, we are out here. Trina, thank you for actually supporting that brother right there, giving him the wherewithal to be vulnerable. I don't think I've ever really felt comfortable. And I want to say this to all the brothers who are watching. Let me look this way. I apologize. I look like I'm looking down. But for all the brothers out there who like me, Alex, you said it earlier, I am, man. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just rough around the edges. I'm tough. I've never really wanted to open myself up, man, to be hurt. And I think that's been one of the reasons why I have dedicated myself to talking to people like, don't look at me as a model. I am a great empowerment coach. I am a great educator. I found out recently from my daughter, man, talking about intimacy. She told me some stuff I never knew because I have always been a great provider. And one thing I want to do for my daughter, shouts out to Jasmine Walker. If she's listening or if anybody knows my daughter, Jasmine Walker, I want to take Jasmine, man, on like this real nice date. I want her to dress up. I want her to see me be vulnerable so she knows what a man looks like who's vulnerable because I didn't get trained to be vulnerable.
So let me ask you this.
Yes, go ahead.
What made you not feel like you could open yourself up?
I don't know. I think I just never wanted to be hurt. You know what I'm saying?
That's a part of life, though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But if I could avoid being hurt, I just much rather just be lonely and not hurt than to be vulnerable and get hurt. That's just my reality.
You're still hurting yourself, though.
You still
you missing out on you what you're doing is you missing out on the possibility of what your life can be.
But
Like
does it have
I know that that you know you are satisfied in the work that you do for the community, but
Yeah.
that's you know, as a community service worker, I can tell you that it's exhausting. So you
Yeah.
know what? Sometimes it, you know, in those times when you are so exhausted, you know, it just feels good to have another human who you share and do life with, just to say, baby, I'm sick of this shit.
And you can somebody that can understand, somebody that can relate.
So I
You know?
had that conversation with a friend of mine yesterday. I was on my way home and he said, "What's wrong?" I said, I laugh and joke because in my head, I've always been a tomboy. I've been around a lot of men the last few years of my life because of my past life of who I was married to in the industry I was a part of.
Yeah.
So that mentality of a dude stuck with me. And I was like, I'm having a girly moment. He was like, what does that mean? I said, it's been one of them days, and it's not a sexual thing for me. I just want to know that you're here.
Right.
Present.
It's the companionship for me. Sex is a dime a dozen. You can go out here and get it from whomever, whenever, however you so choose in Atlanta.
Yeah, and if you're on Old National, y'all, we got it right now.
I'm not going on Old National for nobody.
We got it right now. I think you can get 2 for $40 over here on Old National right now.
Not the high 40. The high 40.
Please, y'all.
I'm
Hold
not
on, DJ 271, y'all. He back. Hey, y'all. Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. I know Alex is having a moment. She's having a girly moment right now. But damn it, we just got our the creative director back. He's back. So DJ 271, I think we got a lot of comments going on over there. And,
I got a quote for you. So
yeah.
I like Brene Brown, and she does this work around vulnerability. And so she says that vulnerability is not winning or losing, it's having the courage to show up even when you can't control the outcome. So, you know, and I think that kind of speaks to what you were saying about, you know, not wanting to be hurt. But you know what? When you're vulnerable, you do it anyway. You do it anyway because, you know, of course, this is my second marriage. So I didn't know if it was going to work. You know, I didn't know. You know, at times it didn't seem like it was, but I showed up anyway. Mm-hmm. He showed up anyway.
Trina, can I ask a question, Trina? And Harley, this goes to you too, Alex. This goes to you as well. And all of our listeners out there on YouTube, all of our listeners over here on Instagram, Facebook, all of you guys, is it selfish? Because like a lot of times when I think about what you said, Trina, being an activist and being someone who's always out there in the educational field, in the coaching field, consulting field, sometimes I feel like I know I'm going to be gone a lot, and I know I'm going to be pouring into a lot of people. I almost feel like I'm robbing other people, whether it be my children or my significant other. I feel like I'm robbing them of that time. And if I cannot find that fair balance, I think it's unfair to them. So there's no need for me to even be having a conversation about being vulnerable, because I got to reach that point when I know that it's like, bro, hey, check this out, man. This is the life that a lot of activists chose. That's why they remain single. This is the life that a lot of people who are revolutionary chose, because they knew that when the government came for their head, they didn't want other people to actually take the L, because it's gonna happen. I just feel like I'm one of them people God put here to serve the people, and I know at some point in time I gotta actually rethink my formula. But I think that has a lot to do with it too. So I'm not saying I don't just want to be hurt individually. I think I don't want to see other people hurt because of my dedication to some of the other things that I have no control over, so to speak.
So can I respond to that really quickly? So as someone who was married to someone in the industry that kept them away from the home, for me, the word I always use was inclusion. I know what I signed up for. We've talked about the path that you want to take in your life. We've identified the path that I want to take in mine. As long as I'm included and we include each other in this situation, there are going to be times where we can't be together. I'm okay with that because again, I chose this because I knew what my options were. So if I got some free time and I know you're on the road, hey, you either pick up the phone and say, you're free this weekend, you come out and see me.
Okay.
Or my time is free this weekend. Whatever you got going on, I'm there. It's about inclusion. Am I right?
You got to coordinate.
And I think that's kind of where I'm going right now. So when I said I want to take my daughter on a date, y'all, she said some things to me. My daughter just is evolving so fast, and she said something, and I won't go deep into the conversation, but she was kind of alluding to the fact that, Dad, I'm not baby girl anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you know, I love you. I want you to, you know, walk me down the aisle someday. And y'all, it made me feel so good, but hurt all at the same time, because I'm like, wow, my little girl is growing up so fast, and she's no longer my little girl, but in my mind, she's always going to be my
little girl.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, Trina, I want to take her on a date, man, because I want to make sure that she is going to be intimate with somebody who knows how to dig deep and find his feelings and his emotions, and not marry the mission so much, you know. And I'm not saying it's like I'm just a bad person, but she gave me a lot to think about. I think you guys are giving me a lot to think about. But I do know, Alex, I think now I can be more inclusive. But I think I have been just so for the last quarter of a century. That's why I tell people, you can't talk to me about this work that I do, because I've been married to this work. And then when you start talking about, I had to divorce one part of the work that had nothing to do with the work. I divorced alcohol. I divorced alcohol 2 years, 7 months without a drink. So it's helping me to become a whole lot more clear, man, with like what intimacy is. Mr. Harley, you know what I'm talking about. You've been with me. I actually now have a better pathway to vulnerability. And I'm ready, you know, I'm ready to be vulnerable. I mean, that's with my mama. Mama, I love you. You know, like, I want to make sure that Nikki, my children, everybody who I'm close with, man, know that, hey, man, I didn't know how to do it. I think Music Soul Child said it best when he said, teach me how to love. Honestly, right. I really think when we say that to a woman, like, hey, teach me how to love, that wasn't my thing. Love, I thought taking care of my woman, and I thought all that meant love. And LaTanya
she said that.
By your side, she just has to understand your purpose.
Right. That is exactly.
I think a lot of times what Alex
can I affirm you?
Yeah.
I just want to say one thing to close out right here. Alex said that about inclusion. I think a lot of times when we have a purpose and we have a vision, I think what happens is we get so caught out there in the movement and doing what we do, we forget sometimes to include the queen in our purpose, in our mission. And that's not intentional. You know what I mean? I don't think it's intentional. I just think we're so focused on it, because as a black man, you get beat up so much that you want to protect your queen, you want to protect your kids who are like your pawns, and you want to protect your mama, your sisters, and everybody, and you forget to include them while you're protecting them. Yeah. So that's all I want to say, y'all. So I'm still trying to figure this thing out.
So actually, I want to affirm both of y'all real quick. And I think this is why we connect in the manner that we do, because we run parallel. Even though we're a married couple, the vibe, the energy that we all share in this space. The affirmation is this: think about a plate. You know, you sit down to eat. You put things on your plate that are going to sustain you, right? So the work that you do, it sustains you. For the 25 years that you've been engaged in this, it has sustained you. Now you're full. So the same things might still be on the plate, but either you've eaten your fill and it's time to scrape those things off the plate. Now you have it. Now you have room. Both of y'all now have room. Whether it's, you know, Alex said companionship. So now that's on the plate. It was on the menu, but now it's on the plate. So the right person will come alongside you, and they will not only eat with you, but they're going to feed you. So you're not going to go lacking. So while you said you scraped alcohol off of your plate, you don't miss it because you're full of that. You're done. So there's no need to consume. So now you have room for your daughter, and you can hear. And not only can you hear, you can also see.
So
some of these other folks out here.
Hey, y'all.
What's up?
We putting together right now. I'm telling y'all right now, Alex and I'm just watching Alex glow right here. Y'all can't see the glow that I see up close, man. And you can see my glow. You see my glow, Miss 271? I mean, damn, why I keep calling
This man to call me Miss 271
Hey,
three
Miss Boy
times.
Dick,
He
I'm
finna
sorry.
get
What?
Hey, I promise you, y'all, I don't mean that. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking about that. Miss Boy Dick, you know what I meant. If y'all follow us, y'all know I know the damn lady name ain't no Miss 271. The lady name Miss Boy Dick. I'm Mr. Boy Dick, y'all.
Wait, now you finna really confuse the people.
Hey,
Say we beat them Harley. All of us, we beat them Harley.
Hey, let me say this. I think what she was alluding to, these guys are dropping so many nuggets and so many jewels. We will be at one of these mountains. I'm reaching out to my brother, man, and his queen, Kia, J Dub. I want Marcus Harley, Trina Harley to do what they do. My sister said, okay. Anybody who's a couple out there, you're interested in what we're talking about. Y'all see why we brought these people back. Was it 3 times or 4 times?
Actually, more than 4.
Yeah, this number 4.
They had like
About
this the
5
4th
times.
time for the series.
I think 5 before for the series. They've been on 5
I'm coming
times.
back this time with my books, though. I'm coming back uninvited. I'm just knock at the door and I'm gonna just have some books and I'm gonna be like, okay, now let's talk.
Oh, we like when people just come in on the scene.
Hey, y'all. Let me tell y'all this. We were doing good. I mean, this is the first time I ever talked good about Trina Harley, y'all. And I'm getting ready. I was just getting ready to say something real good about it. Just did. Don't put a bookmark. So we talking about book. Don't put a bookmark right there. Hey, but I want to say, everybody out here, man, if y'all got some stuff on your mind, you want to join us, we're going to be in the mountains. Probably, what y'all think, Trina, Marcus, Alex, North Georgia somewhere, Tennessee?
Well,
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, too.
Let me just say this one thing, Alex. We are saying learning to combine our purposes as men and women to help one another build something great. I think that's good stuff right there, bro.
Right. That's the way we establish community with each other. You know, so like I know a lot of times, you know, when people thought about intimacy being the topic of the show, you know, folks probably had like another thing or thought process in mind. But this is intimate because, you know, you've just put it out there, you know, some of the hesitation that you've had in being vulnerable. So you were just vulnerable in saying that. So you've allowed your audience and us, and thank you for sharing with us, into a very private, personal space in your life. That is intimacy, you know. And when you reach that level, and that's what people don't understand, is that, yeah, we can go and we can have sex like rabbits every night and still not like each other. I mean, I'm just...
We like it.
But it's the truth, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
True.
But to be able to share a space when we need to, when ain't nobody around, you know, it's just us, you know, that's what brings everything else together. You know, we've raised 3 children together. So like when the youngest one just graduated, you know, we were just laying in the bed. We were like, we did that.
Yeah. I want to talk about that. If we can, we get ready to go to a break since we have DJ 271 back in the studio. Yeah, if y'all don't mind, so we missed.
Did he go to the stove? He got a little black bag or something. Did he go to the stove?
Trina, he came back. Trina, he had his shirt back off again. I don't know what happening outside the studio. We talking about intimacy. I think he might have gone. There it is. He just took us to a break, y'all. Hey, for all the folks who on this one right here.
Y'all mind your own business.
Hey, man, we got these good cigars. Marcus Harley, Trina Harley, myself. We got good cigars. Alex, we didn't know they were going to come with the sticks this weekend.
But while we on break,
yes.
I'll be back.
There we go. I'll be talking to you guys. Yeah, I come back talking about it
wanted. Well, we didn't necessarily know what we wanted.
I don't know if Trina know we bake live. I think we bake live. Trina, we bake live, baby.
Yeah, I know. I ain't saying nothing crazy.
Okay. Hey, what I was saying, Trina, during the break before we came back and started talking about your kids, I was just sharing with everybody out here, man, in YouTube and Facebook. This is a must-have book right here, Masterminds of Mentoring, not because I am a co-author, but there are so many brilliant individuals on here, man, people who are running psychology departments at their university. We got people who are speaking all around the world, man. The mastermind who put this book together and brought all of us together, Dr. Craig Borkins, man. I mean, great brother, man, who I love dearly down in Montgomery. There's so many other people. Mr. E, the motivator, man, one of my right-hand man, who's responsible, man, for bringing my daughter up to Alabama A&M on the hill. We got so many other brothers. Charles Griffin, rest in peace, man, one of our former students at Carver High School, Montgomery, who's gone on, man, to be with the Most High. Well, he's still living with us through his words in his book. I actually challenge you guys, man. I need to see 100 of these books go and be in the hands of someone who's working with our children, who's trying to work with their own children. And like I said, man, these books are going. I will be speaking at the Georgia Association of Alternative Education, man, about how we are going to inspire and empower Black boys. I have a few of the nuggets in here, but I'll be going all in because there's an entire book that I'm working on. I'll be working with my brother Eli Welch, who's a principal right here at the school. And he's pushing me right now, y'all. He said, Walt, you've been contributing. I want you to contribute to this book that I'm working on right now called Bend, Don't Break. But it's time, brother, for you to actually put your work out there in your own work. The entire book has to be yours. It's time for you to let people know like what you do to inspire and empower Black boys. So be on the lookout for the 7 secrets to inspiring and empowering Black boys. I will be going in at the end of this month, devoting all my time, extra time and energy to just writing, y'all. So with that being said, we took a break.
Hold on. Well, where can they find the book?
Oh, you can find this book, man. Please just come once again, man. Miss Boy Thick is making sure that I start putting my book out. Trina, you know this because we always talking about books. I'm always highlighting everybody else's book. So I want y'all to get this book right here, man. Support your boy, man. It's $20. You can go on my personal page, Keenan Walker. You can go on Miss Boy Thick page if you want to, Alexandria Robinson. You can go on Rashard Meadows' page if you want to, man. And you can reach out to us on any of our platforms at Walking with Walt Podcast. Send a message. Only $20, man. $5 shipping and handling and whatnot. And you can send the money via Cash App, Zelle, or PayPal. Once again, man, Masterminds of Mentoring, y'all. All of these beautiful, brilliant, intelligent Black women and Black men. All of these Black women, queens, and Black men. And I'm looking for my brother Baba Mustafa to come on here, man, because if you're talking about one brother, Trina, who always out here exalting and elevating Black women, Black girls, but he also works from the vantage point of making sure these Black boys know how to do it. Shouts out to Baba Mustafa, man. I hope you'll hear this later on in the replay and just give your feedback on this thing. So thank y'all in advance, man, for your purchase of Masterminds of Mentoring. And right now we'll go back. We want to talk to the Harleys, man, about having.
My copy, though.
I'm sorry.
Yours,
My copy.
yours is right here.
Oh, hold on. No, this is her copy.
That's her copy.
As a matter of fact, you see,
that is
Trina, you see the pink and green dots right there, Trina. I got yours. I got your little
All right. I'm just making sure that was my copy.
Yeah, this is my girl Trina, y'all. She got her own personal copy. I got the pink and green dots on there. Gotta represent for my son, Rod. Hey, look, man, if y'all saw her message, man, I apologize. Hell, Trina know it's intimate. That's my sister right there. Hey, why are you trying to be like Trina tonight, man?
What you talking about?
You starting to act like Trina. Hell no, don't be like Trina.
Be like Alex.
Don't be like Alex. Like Alex.
Thank you.
Harley, your wife rubbing off, man. I'm just saying this.
That's
right
a
here.
good thing, though.
No, it ain't.
That ain't a good thing.
No. I love you, Trina.
Get it. Come on.
Harley, that be trying folks, man. You like that stuff, too.
Listen, I'm with all the shenanigans. You hear me?
Hey, look, sometimes you know what, Walt, you got a nice, comfortable chair. Scoot back a little bit.
Yeah, I don't do.
That's all I need him
I'm
to do.
just gonna turn it over to.
Loosen up your tie a little bit. Loosen up your tie a little bit.
No, right, Harley, I'm taking it off.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure I word this so you can understand it.
And unbutton your top button too, brother.
I told him to come out the jacket, period, because he hot. Hell, I'm hot.
Harley, I'm so hot, Harley. Oh, look, no hot dog. I think I'm about 2 eggs away from hell up in here, dog.
Hey, yeah, be comfortable, baby.
Yeah, boy.
Be comfortable. That's why we came out here on the back patio. This lounge, this space is a place of peace. We got, our patio garden up here. We surrounded by trees. We can get grounded and, have a good stick and spend time with family.
That's her.
Good stuff, Harley.
What does it look? What advice would you give a man who the roles have been reversed? A lot of times, when a relationship goes bad, it's always the man is always frowned upon, saying, "Oh, okay, well, what did you do? You cheated or you had to do something." But what happens in this situation? And this is me taking up for my brothers. What happens in a situation where it wasn't the man? It was the woman who left for whatever reason, other than, we couldn't work past this or whatever. She just up and just left. What advice would you offer the man who has, like Walt said, didn't want to put himself in that position to be vulnerable? Well, and he did get hurt.
I'm gonna let you go first, since I went first last time.
I like how y'all share the way.
I got my answer.
You got your answer?
Yeah, I got my answer.
Yeah.
I do.
I mean, to me, life happens. And again, you can't control the actions of another person. You get to control your actions in the situation. And, is it about allowing a situation to dictate who you become? Or is it about allowing yourself to exist in that situation and however you need to show up for yourself? Because I think that a lot of times, it's real easy to say, well, I act this way because of. Mm-hmm. But there's personal responsibility that we all owe to ourselves in any situation. And yes, you have the hurt, you go through those normal emotions and stuff, but then at a certain point, what are you going to hold yourself to? Like, who do you want to be? I think that sometimes you got to gather yourself. Like when things aren't going well for me personally, and I know that my actions are going to affect the way that I communicate with him, then I have to gather myself to make sure that I'm who I need to be for me to show up for him. So I think that, regardless if it's a man that was hurt in the situation or if it was a woman that was hurt in the situation, ultimately you are responsible for you and how you show up once you get past your emotions. Because you're gonna have your emotions. That's human, and I think that's the thing too. Like, we beat ourselves up for being human. It's okay, because at the end of the day, the world didn't end, because of this situation. You still have breath, so you still have an opportunity to have the fulfillment of what you want, and who you and what you need will find you. That's my answer.
Okay.
Hey, before you comment, Harley, DJ271, do we have any comments that we missed over there? We're not DJ271, Harley, see if we have any more. If there are any other brothers out there, we only have about 10 more minutes before Marcus gives his. Fly Ant, what's going on, sir? Got my young man Fly Ant on here. He's Fly Ant has been, yeah, I know. How long has Fly Ant been? Ant is married, right? He's been with this girl 13 years, man. Fly Ant, that's married. In Georgia, I think that's common law marriage if they still do that. Ant is one of the most laid back brothers I know, man. I would love to hear Ant if he had anything he wanted to contribute to this. Any comments, DJ271 we missed? Okay. Marcus, we get ready to take you, man. And I was just sitting there thinking about a book that one of my homegirls, April Pickett, wrote down there in Montgomery, man. She went to Alabama State with me. Shouts out to Alabama State. Alabama State Day just passed. Her book was entitled How Our Divorce Saved Our Marriage. how our divorce saved our marriage, man. And I remember, like when I saw that title, I said, "That's dope." Sometimes, man, you have to lose it all in order to gain it all. And I think that right there, Trina, you kind of alluded to it when you talked about my response earlier. I do think that's the first time I've ever publicly been vulnerable about relationships, whether it be my own relationship, my relationship with my children, my relationship with my mom, my relationship, just in general with people I love. So, Trina, thank you for acknowledging that and affirming that I was being vulnerable. I didn't even realize it. But I know there's some brother out there who's listening, whether it be our brothers that be on Instagram. I just want y'all to know, man, just because y'all see us strong in what we do in our work doesn't mean that we're always strong in our relationships or whatnot, because we just
Right.
I just didn't know how to communicate my thoughts. I think sometimes as men, we think we are communicating because we're taking care of our business, but that woman needs more than you taking care of your business. I'm saying that's me. That's my vulnerability right there. If I could reverse the clock and do all of it all over again, I would tap into being more vulnerable. I would ask for help. I would talk to some of those older brothers, man, who have made mistakes. Yeah, and sisters like you guys, Alex and Trina, as well as all of the people who are commenting, and even those people who are afraid right now, ladies and gentlemen who are following us right now, who might be afraid to even make a comment right now. It's okay to be vulnerable, y'all. It's okay.
Yeah.
Because everybody's in a different space and in a different walk. And when you think about it, like all four of us are being intimate right now, because when you are in a space like this, we are opening ourselves up for, some people, will affirm, and some people will say, oh, they stupid. Oh, that ain't real. You open yourselves up for what other folks might think. But you know what? We're not there. We're not doing this for the people that don't want to eat this. This is for those that are open to want to hear what we have to say. And that's what we were talking about when you told me that the mic was on. We were just talking about how, like you know how I post, bro, Walt, and it's like I get so many DMs and stuff with people just being happy I could just came home, the baby cub. Of saying, hey, because like I'm a big woman, and so I encourage other big women to be they best finest selves up here out here in these streets, and love that fupa, But the thing is, everybody, when you open yourself up like that, you have some folks that are going to criticize, and that's okay. You know what? Because you ain't gonna be everybody's cup of tea. You ain't gonna never be everybody's cup of tea. But for those listeners and viewers that want to hear, folks being vulnerable about intimacy, about their own and their own experiences, they where they need to be. This is because this is not only healing for folks that's listening, but it's also healing for us, because you say some things, like, because it's unscripted, right? So you say some things, and sometimes you be like, damn, I didn't even think about it that way. Because like every time we've been on, like we've always had the after talk with Walt talk, with each other, and be like, golly, never thought about it that way. That's the first time we ever did such and such or said such and such.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Well, it's cathartic in that way. It's cathartic.
Yes, good stuff. Did Harley get a chance? Harley, did you get a chance to hit that? Because we're right here on the eve of Alex getting ready to wrap us up in our last 5 minutes. So Harley, do you want to add to that before we get ready to sign off?
Yeah. So I'm gonna speak to the brother and sister because this is applicable to both. Let me scoot up a little bit. First thing, you are enough. You are enough. You might not have been what that person needed at that time, but you are enough for you. And you have to look yourself in the mirror and affirm that thing, that because that person did what they did, that is not an indictment on you as a person. They cheated. They lied. They went outside of the covenant or agreement, whatever it is that you had. That's on them. You didn't violate anything. So therefore, you cannot take on the mantle of their sin. And when I say that, I'm not speaking from a Christian perspective. I'm speaking of you were violated. So you are enough. That's the first thing. If you don't feel that way, take the time to heal yourself and restore yourself to get back to the point where you can affirm yourself and say you are enough. And sometimes that does take time. That does take being in a space of loneliness so that the focus can be on you. You know, sometimes people will jump from one relationship to the next. You know, one of the things that as men we were taught wrong, or people were taught wrong, that there are a million fish in the sea.
Yep.
But all those fish aren't consumable.
Mm-hmm.
They're not consumable. So
This
you know,
boy a preacher.
you know, you have to take time to look at what it is that eventually you're going to catch. If we're going to stick with that fishing analogy, and once you get to the place where you heal yourself, sit back and watch the landscape, and keep putting the energy out in the universe that you want to attract, because that's what's going to come in. You know, going back to the fishing analogy, you put bait on the hook because you're trying to catch a certain thing. So check your bait. You know, if you feel like the bait that you've been putting out there has brought you the wrong kind of catch, change your bait. Change your bait. So that way when you do reel in that next catch, it'll be something that is going to be right for you. So going back to what we were talking about earlier, now you have room. You know, Alex, now you have space. 12 years ago, we were not looking for each other, but the bait that either one of us were putting out there, we were able to catch each other in a time and place where we could have what we have now. You know, well, you don't look backwards to what was in the past, because the past is actually what's prepared you for now. You're walking in your now. And you know, people will say, well, if I knew this then, I would be in a different place.
No, you wouldn't.
Not necessarily. Because there are certain circumstances in your environment that are going to shape you and mold you for now.
Alignment.
And you got to walk in your now. Where you take your past relationships, you learn from them, you grow from them, you develop what it is that you know that you need going forward. One of the best pieces of advice my grandfather gave me, he said, look, you may not always know what you want, but you damn sure know what you don't want. You know, and that's what prepares you for the now. And relationships are just that. When you have two people that are growing, two people that are learning, two people that are evolving, it is a constant renewal of the relationship. Constant renewal. Because when you change something about yourself and you improve something about yourself, that person then has to make the adjustment to know how to relate to this new version of who you are. You know? And that's the real key to a long lasting relationship, being committed to ride out the evolution and say, you know what? I like this change that I see in you. I'm going to support this change that you're going through. I'm here for it. And it's going to cause you to look at yourself and say, okay, this person has grown in this way. How am I growing? And it becomes a cyclical thing. So that, again, that's why I wore the shirt. The ring has no beginning and ending, but it has only one entry point. And when you decide to get into that entry point and be a part of that circle, it is continuous. It goes around and around and around. But as long as you stay committed to it and you leave out all of the other distractions, you do the things that you know are appropriate, things that are loving, things that are respectful, things that are kind, your relationship will endure. It will become one of those 13, 20-year, 50-year relationships, because you're dealing with two people who for one, have decided for themselves that they are enough, and then they take that out to the person that they're in a relationship and say, you know what, they're enough too. So I'm good. I can exist with them. So then the levels of intimacy will open up. So the adventures that you go on will be enough. The conversations that you have will be enough. If it's something that you need, you will feel safe enough and brave enough to say, hey, this is what I need. This is what I want. This is my desire. This is my dream. And because they love you and respect you enough, they're going to be right there to see everything that you need, want, and dream of come to fruition. And
Wow.
that's how you know the right person is in your space. That's how you know you're in a shareable, intimate relationship.
You're in alignment.
Well, I'll tell you what, you guys, we have had a conversation tonight, man, that I think is one for the ages. I think Marcus and Katrina Harley, man, you guys are the soul of the earth. I don't know if anybody else gained as much as I gained from this, and I think you said it, Ms. Bourne Thick, best. She just said, I just love sitting back listening to them. And I think we get ready to bring us to a close. We're right here on the eve of closing out. Any final thoughts, man, that you can bless our followers and our listeners with, even if they're watching the playback, did not get a chance to watch it live? Take us home, Ms. Bourne Thick, with something that can elevate both men and women and give us hope in the process.
I can't do anything but reiterate what they just said. Understand that you are enough. Intimacy looks different for everybody, but you can't ask somebody to be there or do anything for you that you're not willing to do for yourself. So again, just be reminded that you are enough.
I don't think there's anything left to say, man. I would just say, in the words of the Most High, man, I am that I am. And that's all I am. You know, I know it's cliches, but I remember growing up in my grandma's liquor house when they used to play this old song, and he'd say, I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody
About somebody that can save anybody.
And y'all, we're talking about you. We're talking about you. We're talking about them Harleys. We're talking about you, Miss Bourne Thick. We even talking about a lowly servant like myself, man. I mean, take away all the glam and the glitz and whatnot. I have just, man, I feel almost like I've just robbed the Harleys tonight, man, for all of this knowledge. I hope you guys gain as much as me and my co-host, Miss Bourne Thick, gained.
You're my sister. We give it free, baby.
Yeah, man, Harley, you guys are the greatest, man. And y'all, please follow us every Wednesday, man, at 6 o'clock on the Walking with Walt podcast, man. We're going to be bringing you more topics like this, man. We want to just help our community to be elevated, man, to sustain ourselves, because it's not enough to elevate if we can't sustain ourselves. So there's nothing else for us to say, man. Thank you to our guests tonight for always being there for us, being our friends, being our brothers, being our counselors, being all those things, man, that they know how to be for the community, as well as knowing how to be for themselves, man, and forming that union in the ring, like Harley mentioned earlier. So, hey, man, we won't take up no more of your time. Thank y'all for sharing a couple of good hours with us, man. We'll see you guys back here next week, 6 o'clock.
I'm going to cut you right there before we sign out. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Walking with Walt Podcast,
as well as YouTube.
Share the pages. Go to our YouTube page. If you missed any part of the relationship series, episode 1, I believe, was communication. 2 was finances. I can't remember what 3 was.
All I know is 3 was off the chain too, and 4 was intimacy.
Intimacy. Also, reach out to any one of us here at the Walking with Walt podcast to get the book Mentoring Masterminds of Mentoring and Human Motivation, featuring my boy, my favorite big brother, Mr. Kenny Walker. Again, Facebook. You just want them to reach out to you on Facebook?
Yeah, you can reach out to me, man, on either my personal page, Keenan Walker, or you can reach out to me, man, at Mr. Awaken the Genius. You can reach out to me on Facebook, also at our Walking with Walt podcast. Feel free to reach out, man. Seriously, I talked a lot of junk during the show, but Reach out to Rashad Meadows, man, page. Reach out to DJ 271 at your own risk. You know, but still, it's okay. Let him know that I'm just trying to buy the book, man. You know what I'm saying? All that other, freaky stuff you got going on because you're a DJ, that's okay. But damn, buy the book. We don't care.
Trina, this your copy.
Trina, this is your copy.
Make sure you get your copy.
We thought Trina was gonna be in the studio tonight, y'all. I really wanted to present this book to Trina, man, because like we talk a lot of trash, man. But like I say, that's my sister, man. I love her. Harley, I love you, man. You my brother. Alex, man, you know how much I love you, man. We go hard in the paint, 10 toes down, man. Like we said,
we're gonna put together this. We're gonna put together this trip. That's what we're gonna do.
We gotta start working on that. And anybody who's interested, man, make sure y'all reach out, man, and let us know if you're interested in being one of those couples who don't mind being vulnerable, because you might be at that point where you don't know, man, if you're gonna come to that fork in the road, that road less travel, man, and you just say, this is my last shot. This is the time for you to join some people, man, who has positive energy. People like myself who has messed up. I'm okay with saying I messed up. And I know that, like Harley said, I'm not looking in the rearview mirror any longer, man. I'm just looking to move forward, be a better father, be a better, lover, be a better brother, be a better son, be a better whatever it is, man. So we'll see you guys next Wednesday, man, 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Walking with Walt podcast. We love y'all, man. Y'all be easy. Deuces.
People. I told that one out.
Oh, yeah.
Alex, Falk, I love y'all, man.
We love y'all more, Harlan.
Y'all did that.
Y'all
as
did
usual.
That. Yes, sir.
We're going to exit out this before we start saying stuff.
271, are we out? Here we go.